Hey folks, this is Rhykker with a very quick Overwatch update video. New skins have leaked. This confirms a new event coming, seems to be next week, April 11th. We can see this image here taken by Reddit user Astron Stark from Xbox Live, and in this higher resolution image taken by Adjective, we can clearly make out 4 new skins, one for Mercy, Tracer, Torbjorn, and Reinhardt. So this right here confirms a lot of things that we've been talking about in our past 2 videos. Be sure to check those out for full details. One was on a lore analysis of the comic and what we gleaned from that, and the other was on the initial preview for this event. But first off, obviously all 4 of these skins are confirmed. That said, there are more skins that will come. Game director Jeff Kaplan said that I think he even said it was a legendary Widowmaker skin would be coming in the spring event, so we could expect this event to also have a really cool Widowmaker skin. A new McCree skin was said to be coming around spring, so odds are it will be bundled with this event as well. Whether or not that will be Blackwatch McCree, which we saw in the comic, is to be determined. But Blackwatch Reaper as well, not Reaper, sorry, Blackwatch Genji, which we're not seeing right here, but he's got to be coming. It might be part of the Heroes of the Storm and Nexus Challenge 2.0, though. We don't know. But again, we went over in our previous video why we really expect that to be a new skin. But obviously here we're getting that Cadet Tracer. So this confirms that in the initial teaser, what we were seeing was the Cadet Tracer skin, possibly a different tint of it. But we'll have to see if we get any tint variations. Personally, I like the skins. I would like to see tint variations. Then that Mercy skin, if you take a look at that, that is new hair on Mercy. Again, this is just like in the comic. Her staff is different. Her costume is different. So this isn't just a different recolor for Mercy. This is a very different skin. Torbjorn, you can see that his beard has been chopped off a bit. I think it's only really Reinhardt that has the skin that just seems like a recolor of an existing skin of his. So hopefully that'll be priced appropriately. I believe Blizzard learned its lesson from the May skin on Christmas. I like that skin, but it wasn't worth a legendary skin. Also, the fact that we're seeing these 4 characters here basically confirms, and it does appear to be King's Row in the background, basically confirms that this will be a PvE event where these are the 4 playable characters, mirroring the Halloween event where you had 4 playable characters against, and again, when we say PvE, we're talking about not PvP, player versus player, player versus environment, so versus AI. And it's almost literally going to be AI since it'll be Omnics. And the fact that this leaked today on Xbox signifies that it likely will go live on Tuesday. Xbox generally doesn't load up new updates for Overwatch, specifically weeks in advance. Leaks tend to happen very quickly before release when it happens on console. So, April 11th, folks, if you had to bet money on when we'd get a new Overwatch event, April 11th, King's Row Uprising is what it'll likely be called. And something that was pointed out to me that I actually didn't really notice initially was in the end of the comic, which we fully analyzed in our previous video, it seems these 4 are delivering a payload. Literally, an EMP bomb. The fact that it looks basically identical to the King's Row payload, you know, barring some artistic interpretation. Those same colors, that same cross pattern at the back. I didn't think this was the case at first, but it seems like we are actually going to be reenacting the literal King's Row map event. By that I mean, so far every map, or the maps that we've learned the backstory on in Overwatch, tend to be replaying certain moments in Overwatch world history. So that either means we have 2 different situations in which an EMP was brought into King's Row to kill Omnics, or this is the backstory behind the map King's Row that we play on. This actually has some moral implications. I think most of us just assumed that the people delivering the payload on King's Row were not Overwatch, because that's going to indiscriminately kill Omnics, which doesn't seem like something Overwatch would do? I mean, in King's Row, not all the Omnics are bad, just that null sector, that terrorist group. So that either means that they're gonna have some way of controlling this such that only the bad guys are gonna get hit. Otherwise, Overwatch is apparently okay with a whole lot of collateral damage against innocent Omnics. And that might further fuel some theories about, say, Evil Mercy. We already know that at this phase, you know, 7 years ago, Torbjorn, super anti-Omnic. Odds are Reinhardt very anti-Omnic. Again, his homeland was ravaged by Omnics. That leaves Tracer and Mercy, who are sort of the only ones who might have something to say against this mass murder of Omnics that may be happening. But we'll have to find out when the event goes live next week, April 11th, folks. And that wraps up this video. Leave a comment with your thoughts. Will Overwatch mass murder innocent Omnics? Thanks for watching. Special thanks to my Twitch and Patreon supporters for making these videos possible. If you enjoyed this video, please share it, check out these other videos, and subscribe to join Rhykker's Raiders for more Overwatch content.